Flau'jae Johnson gets totally frank about Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese rivalry ahead of All-Star Game. The eternal debate, Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. Some have grown to dismiss the rivalry, others still bring about Magic Johnson-Larry Bird comparisons, but the two are hardly staying off the headlines. This season, it has been the dramatic scuffle in the first game, the controversial claim by Robert Griffin III, and more recently, a take by Flau'jae Johnson. Drama aside, as the community stays divided over who holds the edge, the LSU star isn't shying away from saying it as is. Lately, it's been all Angel Reese. Over her last 8 games, she's been putting up 19.1 points and 14.4 rebounds a night. But this isn't what makes her the talk of the community right now, it's her efficiency. She has managed to silence a lot of critics by increasing her efficiency by 15% from her first 13 games. She now shoots 52.7% of her shots. That's how good she has been lately. On the other hand, Caitlin Clark has endured a difficult season plagued by injuries and shooting struggles. She has already suffered 3 injuries, and as a result, her efficiency has taken a significant hit. Since returning from her previous groin injury, Caitlin has managed only 50 points while shooting a mere 31.1% from the field. But while this calls for comparisons, Flau'jae Johnson wants to break away from it. Everybody's trying to put 2 people against each other. You could be friends with people you play against. It's weird in the WNBA right now. She started on the latest episode of Flau'jae hosted by Shannon Sharpe. And as the NFL star mentioned, how fans have restricted it to be, if I like Caitlin, I gotta hate Angel. If I like Angel, I gotta hate Caitlin. Johnson couldn't agree more. Having been good friends with both of the stars and having admired just as well, she is calling for recognition and appreciation for each of their greatness. You gotta appreciate both greatness, like they are both breaking records, she adds. Caitlin isn't having the best season this year, but they're both breaking records. They are both all-stars. Fans have definitely got to catch up on that, but the 2 athletes involved? Mutual respect and appreciation has never escaped them. In fact, Reese recently acknowledged how tough Clark's role is, calling point guard the hardest position to play on the floor. Even in Christine Brennan's new book about her, Caitlin Clark had nothing but praise for Angel Reese. Brennan recently shared what the Fever guard had to say about her rival. Angel is, as Caitlin says, she has got a motor unlike anybody. In other words, giving total praise to Angel about how hard she works, how amazing she is. She just does not stop rebounding, finding her teammates. While the debates between these two will rage on endlessly, one thing that has become clear is that when either steps off the court, their absence is deeply felt. Their teams struggle without their presence. Both Fever and Sky lose without the presence of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Ahead of tonight's game, both Reese and Clark were rolled out. Clark was sidelined with a groin injury, while Reese was troubled by her leg. It was already a dire situation for their franchises, and that showed clearly on the court. The Fever would go on to lose 77-98 against the New York Liberty, dropping their record to 12-11 for the season. But if you think that was the worst result of the night, well, you have been mistaken. The Chicago Sky's result was even more embarrassing. Facing the Atlanta Dream without Reese and Atkins, the Sky suffered a crushing 49-86 defeat. This just goes to show how vital both Caitlin and Angel are to their teams. They're not just stars, they're the face of their franchises. So instead of constantly comparing or picking sides, why not just appreciate what both bring to the game? Because at the end of the day, it's a win for all of us fans.